Well, hello, it's Geezer Gamer back with some more PvP action. This is Iron Banner, kicked off today. I've played about 8 matches or so tonight. This is my final match. Vostok is back in the rotation. I'm to the portion of the quest where I need to get hand cannon kills. And so I played around with the spare rations, didn't do real well with that, and picked up my trusty Crimson and gave it a few games to try it out. And, you know, I make a wise decision right there. I'm jumping right into the auto rifle, and instead of waiting until I heal, I peek the guy again because I think I've got a guy off my shoulder that's going to help me out. And apparently he hid and healed too. Just a bad choice on my part. That guy got an easy kill. Shouldn't have happened. Then I come over and make another dumb mistake. And that is, I see the guy. He's on the zone. I know he's right around the corner there. I don't know what he is, but I figure he's got a shotgun. I decide to press. Turns out to be a Titan who just pops around a corner and shoulder charges me. So, dumb move on my part. I should have jumped into it, baited the corner. You know, still have a lot to learn. So anyway, I'm going to come up and challenge this move by tossing a scatter grenade on the Warlock, I believe it was. Was able to get secure my first kill. Or a piece of it. I don't know if I got full credit for that or not. Now, when I entered this match, I needed 15 kills to finish off the bounty, 15 to 25. I was on 10. Like I said, I'd been using the Crimson for a game or so, and I'm about midway through the game, 2 games back prior to this. And the thing about the Crimson, if you don't know, is that it has very good stability and it has extreme range for a hand cannon. And it heals you on kills somewhat. So, given enough time, I mean, they can't be hitting you immediately after the kill. That is, if you're fighting 2 guys. But if you're fighting 1 person and you win, you'll get healed on a kill, at least partially. So I see a fellow running at me right here, and that risk runner was going to give me all kinds of trouble. You know, to be honest, I let him run right inside of his optimal range. And I just kind of asked for that. I ran straight at him with a hand cannon. I'm sorry to say that's not the only time I did it. But I tried to be aggressive. Cover as many zones as I could. Of course, I didn't get there in time. That guy did his job. He may have died, but he held us off the zone just long enough to get the lockdown. And they build what appears to be a very insurmountable lead and quite early. But I figured, you know what? I'm here to get hand cannon kills. And whether we win or lose is immaterial. I'm not going to sweat it. And so I found myself a pretty good corner here. And, excuse me, pick up a couple kills. And then this guy sees me finally. And he flinches me enough that I can't get back on. And again, it's a risk runner guy. Once I'm inside of his zone, there's not much I can do. I could have tried to run, but he would have pulled me down anyway. So I just decided to stand and fight it. I had an arc grenade, which would have been the idiotic thing to do against a risk runner. I mean, you obviously can't throw arc at him. This guy gets taken down. And as matches go, generally I start with a dumb mistake or two, and then I settle down and start playing smarter. And my positioning got to be a lot better. Instead of charging into multiples, if I saw that I was doing that, I tended to find an edge and a better angle. I know there's only 1 guy in here, so I'm going to toss a scatter grenade. Unfortunately, he moved around behind me, and then there's a second one that pops in here, and you're going to see that hammer get me from above. And once again, they've got us in a bad way. And they've doubled our score, and it's looking like it's going to get out of hand. But I'm getting a steady drip of kills, and I figure whether I get full credit for them or not, sooner or later, if I keep playing like this, I'll at least complete the quest. Now this guy pops a shield here against 3 of us. Now I didn't want to charge him again because I knew that was the Titan, obviously. And I guess our Warlock there was just waiting for a super to come up. Just bought himself a little bit of time. So I'm going to stay for the capture here. And I see the skulls, and I know that they're bound to be coming sooner or later. But I'm going to press forward. And I'm trying not to stay too stationary. Now I peek through here, and this will normally get you killed against a good sniper, because you're right exactly where they'll be looking for you. But they didn't have anybody really sniping on this team. I'm planning to cut this guy off, but he's already through. I'm too slow. And I figure, why not? Go for that kill. Drop below. I start to run off, and I notice I'm heading into their team again, so I go under the bridge, pop back up, and re-enter the fray from this side. I see a red on the radar. I see it cross over to the side. I get that one, get the healing, decide that I'm going to get pinched if I stay there, so I move back around to the left, find the edge, play the corner a little bit. I notice that guy over there, so I follow up with teammates, decide to cut him off, and meet Mr. Risk Runner again. If I had a submachine gun, I could probably take him on one-on-one, but at that range, he's going to eat my lunch every single time, and if you're counting, that's the third time. But that's okay, because I'm making the progress on the hand cannon, and that was really all there was for me in this match. That is a bad daybreak, so I throw my super here and clear out a couple guys very quickly. The daybreak must have gone the other way. That's all I can guess based on the skulls. And decide that I don't have my Raiden Flux on because I'm running Stompies. So I decide rather than run to the extent of the super and get myself killed when it pops out, I go ahead and head for the zone. And if you look at the score, we've made some progress. We're actually starting to come back some. I saw a guy when I jumped out of the room. He acts like he's going to make a play, and then either he gets killed or he runs off, get tagged from, I think, on the ledge on the other side. And I'm looking for a bow. We hadn't seen a bow yet, but I thought it must be something like that. That's what it felt like. Capturing the zone again. Somebody is coming. Let's pop a grenade out there, I think. Yep. And there are two guys inside the cave here. And I can't... I actually did something smart there. Rather than stick with one guy and get myself killed, focusing on the one guy, I swapped over to the second guy when he stepped out, because the first guy was hurt enough and he saw three of us there. He ran off. The second guy probably would have polished me off. So that was probably a smart play. Decide to come back and make sure that we're not going to get flanked, and I see that there are actually a ton of people going for C, and I'm probably not going to be able to stop that, but I'll come around here and see if I can help out along the edge and come out just in time to get a piece of that one. And we're going to take B. Now if you're looking, we're within 13 points. And I decided to go in the room here, and that turned out to be a very fortuitous thing, because right in front of me were 2 kills. You know, the thing is, I mean, it's easy to follow right along with your teammates like I'm doing right now, but if you can find that edge and you move together as a team in 2 different groups, more often than not, I mean, you will get a clean shot. Somebody will. If not you, then the other part of the team. Okay, so we've got people all over here now. And that was a bad super. So I run the other way. And there he is. And it's rather than jumping back up, I decided to toss a grenade, and that's what ended me. If I'd made one more jump and jumped towards the other door again, my teammates ultimately killed the super, but not before he got me. But you just don't know. Alright. There's a super up there. I can't really challenge that. So I'm going to back up a little bit. And he came out that door, so it's a good thing I didn't, because that's where I would have gone. I've got my super up. I'm looking for red on the radar. I see it. Decide this is the time. And they see me. This guy takes off and runs. Now, I know I'm not going to catch him, but he's not looking back, and he doesn't know how much super I have left, and I'm able to put the hand cannon on him, which is exactly what I wanted to do anyway. And by this point in time, I know I've got to be getting close to the 15 I needed, because I've killed at least 15 people. Okay, so this guy thinks he's got me, and he does, simply because the in-air accuracy on a Crimson is just not that good. If my feet had been on the ground, I might have had a chance with him. But it doesn't matter. I did finish off with all the kills I needed. I'm on to the next step. I'll be playing again tomorrow. But with that, pretty good game for me. And this is more or less the way it went for most of the night. It was a good night. So with that, this is Geezer Gamer, and I am signing off.